Hey guys, what's going on? It's this kid, and in the past month or so, I've kind of declared myself a mount farmer, and I've gotten some of the rarest mounts in the game, including Invincible, Reigns of the Phosphorescent Stone Drake, Experiment 12B, White Polar Bear, Lothian Prowler, and Sanctum Gloom Charger. The list really goes on and on. I've gotten a lot more, but what I wanted to do now is I just wanted to share some of the tips and things that I've learned along the way, and hopefully help you guys get some mounts yourselves. What I'm going to do for the most part is start with a little bit less niche things. I'm going to go with very general things that I think more people will know about. And then as we go on further in the list, I'll go on to things that people probably don't know about, but are very, very, very helpful. So without further ado, here we go. So the first thing I would say is try and take advantage of some of these websites that are built specifically for World of Warcraft, like Wowhead, Simple Armory, or Data for Azeroth. All of these websites are really just here to make your experience in the game that much smoother. You'll have things like Wowhead, which is just going to be a huge hub for every single thing in World of Warcraft. You'll find every single item, every single mount, every mob, anything you could ever want to look up about World of Warcraft, it'll be there with comments telling you the easiest way to kill that or the easiest way to get that mount. Simple Army for me really is just a huge grid of mounts that I use to see what I need to get next. It'll show you all the mounts that you have the option to get in the game, and it'll also tell you the mounts that you currently have. So if you don't have a mount, you can click in the box where the mount picture would be, and it'll take you to the Wowhead article for that specific mount. So Data for Azeroth is a little bit more obscure. What it does for me is I can compare and contrast the amount of mounts that I have, the appearances that I have, the amount of toys that I have, all that stuff with either my server, my region, or just the rest of the world. And for me, it really just gives me a little bit of motivation to maybe bump up to that next spot. But in general, I just kind of combine a lot of these. I always have Simple Armory just hanging out on my second monitor while I'm farming mounts on my main monitor. Helps out a lot. I use Wowhead all the time. I have multiple tabs open. And Data for Azeroth, I really only use here and there, but I think it is nice to see every once in a while how far I've moved up. The next thing may be a little bit weird for some people, but I would say try and only take a day out of the week to farm mounts. And what I mean by that is only one day a week for farming dungeon and raid mounts. The rest of the week, I think you should try to enjoy, do some Mythic Plus, do some dungeons, PvP, whatever you like doing, and then take one specific day to try and farm mounts, because if you're getting burnt out, you're going to stop super early and not get as many mounts as you may want. And this is more of a long game, really. I'm trying to get every mount in the game, so I know I'm going to be doing this for a while. So I want to try and enjoy myself a little bit. My next tip is going to be try and take advantage of a lot of these guides and a lot of comments from Wowhead. A lot of the times I may think something is pretty straightforward and I just have to grind it out, and that's what it is. But a lot of times I can go into Wowhead and look at a comment and there's a way to do it 10 times faster. So I just wasted hours and hours and hours on that. So try and do that as much as possible. Before you even start farming something, go and take a look at either the Wowhead article about the reputation or about a specific mob or a mount or anything like that. Most of the time the information is spread throughout pretty much everything involving that grind. So try and take advantage of Wowhead when you start a farm. My next tip is probably going to be pretty obvious. It's going to be level up alts. Try and get as many as you can to about level 50 or 60, and preferably allied races on low population RP realms. The allied races, just to get those achievements, get those things out of the way, and then also low population RP realms, something like Argent Dawn or Sentinels on the US. Try and level them up on there, just because there's going to be things that you're going to want to get, like Time Lost Proto Drake, ANX, Void Talon. All of those mounts are very, very hotly contested, so what you want to do is get on the lowest populated server and try and farm the mounts on there to have the easiest time. But aside from that, just level up alts. You don't really have to do the low population RP realm or the allied races, just level up alts. It's just going to help you out so much. You'll have multiple attempts at the same thing over and over and over. It helps you out so much, and you really need to do this if you are farming mounts. Also, try and take advantage of some of these alts and use Chromie time. You could do it either war mode on or war mode off, but this is going to help out a lot in the next tip that I have here. And the last tip is going to be something that I found out about recently. I knew about it for a little while, but I didn't really use it up until recently. So that's going to be the WoW Secret Finder Discord. So what I knew about it before is that people would talk and they would discuss different ways to find new mounts and new expansions. I thought that was the only thing that happened in there, but also on top of that, you can go into a kind of like looking for group kind of thing in there. You click on a few different options, whether you're US, whether you're Horde, Alliance, whatever it may be. And then from there, you have options to join different chat channels. And a couple of these are going to be very helpful. So the first one is just going to be the group finder channel, and what's going to happen here is people are going to post whether they see something or they post something in custom group finder or really just any type of group finder that may be beneficial for some people. And what I mean by that is they'll post things like, hey, Famu is in custom group finder right now if you want to join and you want to kill Famu. Another thing like Narissa Heartless, which only spawns pretty much once an hour. They'll post it and you could just join like that, super quick, and it makes it easy. Now this also doesn't have to be rares. This can be things like Glory of the Antorus Raider was just posted, so you should probably join because not a lot of people are doing that often. The next channel that is pretty much my favorite, and it's the reason that I love this so much, it's going to be the Mount Shares channel, and what happens here is a little bit more specific. What happens here is going to be, they're going to be posting things like Anax is up on my server, Time Lost Proto Drake is up on my server, Void Talon. Some people already have Void Talon, but they're putting it out there for other people. And what you can do is invite them and you'll be ported to where they're at. And you're going to get your own Void Talon, or you're going to be able to kill Time Lost Proto Drake. Very beneficial. It is going to tell you either it's Chromie time, war mode on, war mode off, whatever it may be. It tells you all that, but you do have to be very quick with this stuff. However, if you do manage to be extremely quick when you're inviting someone or they're inviting you, you just got yourself one of the rarest mounts in the game. Time Lost Proto Drake has taken me so long to get. Anax has taken a long time for me as well, but people are easily getting these mounts in maybe 5 minutes just like that. But yeah, that's about it. That's my top 5 tips for mount farming. Just the things that I've learned in the past month or so while I've been trying to start this mount farming journey. I'm gonna get every single mount in the game. That's not really an option. But yeah, if you guys have different tips or anything like that, let me know in the comments. And you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya.